Is your neighbor likely to kill you? Okay, I know that's a little bit extreme, but in Delhi, with neighbors, anything is possible because neighbors just don't get along. Recently, a couple were arrested after they ended up hurling racist abuses at their northeastern neighbors over a dispute on civic work. Many people still see it as a racist attack, but there is an underlying current between neighbors where they just absolutely don't get along in this city. Now, why don't they get along? The reasons can be many. For one, there's always a fight over parking. Households in South Delhi at least have more cars than the number of people actually driving it. So every empty space ends up becoming parking for somebody. And though it's public space and anybody can park there, people are just fighting over it, laying ownership and claims that it belongs to them. If the fight is not about parking, then it's about, of course, the typical pet lovers versus non-pet lovers, right? Should my dog poop and pee outside my gate, or should it poop and pee outside somebody else's gate? And should you lift it and throw it away? But how do you lift it and throw it away? Now, these are actual fights that happen in my neighborhood. And if it's not about pets or about parking, then it's about simple things about maintenance. For example, should those living on higher floors pay more maintenance than those living on lower floors because they end up using the lift more? This is actually a conversation that happens in some residential buildings, and there are people who then refuse to pay. If the fight is not about either of these three, then it's just about neighbors being very typically nosy, looking at who's coming and who's going and raising complaints unnecessarily. Oh, the sound is too much. Oh, there are too many people coming. Oh, there are too many courier boys or too many delivery boys that are coming. I know these all sound petty, but these are actual issues that are there in Delhi, and that's one of the reasons why neighbors don't get along. And something that's unsaid, a lot of people don't say it, but it's there in people's minds. Oh, Kayast. Oh, Khatri. Oh, Baniya. Oh, Brahmin. Oh, Bihari. And if you're like me, a boy from Bangalore, then invariably, oh, Madrasi. I'm not kidding. This actually happens. When I grew up in Bangalore, I literally grew up in my neighbors' houses. My best friends today are my neighbors from my childhood. Yet, that is not something I can expect for my own children. Neighbors have just stopped talking to each other. Neighbors have just stopped being friendly. They've stopped adjusting or being accommodative or being there in times of need. It's each to their own, because at the end of the day, what you want is also what I want, and we have to fight for it. That's the spirit in a city like Delhi today. Do you get along with your neighbors? Let us know in the comments below.